pain and inflammation in the body. And believe it or not, persistent weight and weight gain are some of the most obvious symptoms that people don't realize are actually affecting their immune system. All of these symptoms are hiding out in plain sight, and they are not themselves conditions at all. They are actually symptoms of dysfunction and a weakened immune system.
Hey, fitness and health fans, it's game on with another episode of the Sporting Good Posture podcast. Get Coach Margella's advice from the sidelines as he helps you crush your game, no matter what health or fitness game you play.
Hey, I'm Coach Margella. I'm sporting good posture. What are you sporting?
Hey, Coach Margella, what's your advice today?
Welcome back to another episode of Sporting Good Posture. Coach Margella here, and this is a follow-up to our last Red Alert episode we did just a few days ago. If you haven't heard that one yet, please go back and listen to it. It's really important. It sets up what we're going to be talking about over the next few episodes and gives you the context about what we're going to be going over about the immune system and some of the things you should be looking for in your own body. Today, what I want to talk to you about is, now that you know where you stand in relationship to disease and viruses, and you know how an ideal body should be functioning, what are the symptoms that are keeping you from being at the top of your immunity game? And how can you spot them and use them to your advantage? Believe it or not, some of the most common symptoms are the very things that people suffer from every day. In fact, many of them you may be suffering from yourself at this very moment. Now, that may seem pretty unbelievable at this moment, but let me explain a little further what I'm talking about. Stay with me here now, because I want to show you how you can identify some of these symptoms. So let me tell you about some of the most common symptoms that I see every day in practice. Probably the most by far that I see is neck and shoulder pain and that tension between the shoulder blades. That's something that almost everybody comes in with that I see at my office. Back pain is big. I see a lot of people with back pain. Sleep problems, very prevalent now. Headaches and migraines, many people have that, especially women. It is very common to see that in women. Just general pain and inflammation in the body. And as a matter of fact, all pain and inflammation in the body is a symptom. And believe it or not, persistent weight and weight gain are some of the most obvious symptoms that I see that people don't realize are actually affecting their immune system. And as far as you're concerned, all of these symptoms are hiding out in plain sight, disguised as conditions, and they are not themselves even conditions at all. They are actually symptoms of dysfunction and a weakened immune system. So let's talk about how that could be. If you recall in the last episode, I mentioned the importance of structure and how everything is mounted on your skeletal frame, and the importance of how a strong foundation and frame supporting your body and helping mount a strong immune defense. Before I go over that, let me go over the things most people think are responsible for the symptoms I just mentioned. So let's look at the stressors in your current environment and the things that you probably think are responsible for the symptoms that you're having right now. Some of the things people think are the most common reasons why they have these issues are sitting at a desk all day, sleeping on the wrong kind of mattress, carrying a heavy purse or bag, standing too long during the day, having a long commute in your car. Now, I don't deny that these things are in your environment and they do exist right now, and they are significant, but none of these are the inherent causes of the actual condition. The real cause of your body breaking down comes down to imbalance. Imbalance is really what the underlying condition is. Imbalance in how the brain and body are communicating, how you're sleeping, if you're not getting 8 hours of sleep, your nourishment, if you're not digesting your food properly, organ function like your heart pumping properly, controlling your blood sugar, and also your lungs breathing in full breaths of air, allowing your body to circulate oxygen properly, your muscles working in sync, and the structure needs to be balanced so that everything has a good foundation to allow your body to function in its proper state. So these imbalances that you have, you've been accumulating these imbalances over your whole lifetime, far longer than you've been doing any of these things you're currently doing. Sitting at a desk for 8 hours a day doesn't give you these imbalances. Carrying that heavy bag every day doesn't give you these imbalances. Sleeping on the wrong kind of mattress or a mattress that's out of date doesn't give you these imbalances. That long commute you take every day, that doesn't give you these imbalances either. The problem is these imbalances themselves are not painful, so you're actually oblivious to them. Now, there's one very obvious symptom that's been with you the entire time. You've noticed it, you've talked about it, but you didn't realize it had anything to do with imbalance. And that symptom is posture. Posture is the number one symptom of imbalance. Think about it. If your head is tilted forward, if your shoulders are rolled forward, if one leg is longer than the other, if one shoulder is higher than the other, all of these are signs that something in the basic structure is imbalanced. These are all symptoms, and it's obviously interfering with your most basic functions of your body. And this is even one of the most fundamental factors in immunity. Consider what issues you have with your own posture. How would you rate your posture? Would you say that you're sporting good posture, or would you say that you're off your game a little bit? Most people I see typically have at least one thing wrong with their posture that they notice. Try it for yourself. Find a full-length mirror in your house and stand in front of it. When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you notice that your body is balanced? Or do you notice that there's some things that are a little bit off? Do you notice if your head is kind of tilted to the side? Or if one shoulder is a little bit higher than the other side? Can you see if your hips look level, if they're uneven? All these things are factors in your posture. So where do these imbalances fit in? The stressors in the environment can factor into imbalance. Sitting at a desk all day is not going to cause your neck and shoulder pain, your back pain, that tension between your shoulder blades. But sitting at a desk can irritate imbalances you already have and cause you to have neck pain, shoulder pain, back pain, and the tension between your shoulders. Carrying a heavy bag does not give you neck and shoulder pain or headaches, but it can irritate the imbalances you already have, causing neck pain, back pain, headaches, shoulder tension. Sleeping on a bad mattress does not cause the back pain or the neck pain or the tension you feel in the morning when you wake up, but it does irritate imbalances that you already have, causing those back pains, neck pains, and tension in your muscles when you wake up in the morning. And the symptom that points to it all, posture. That's the significance of posture. These imbalances are at the foundation of every condition. They're at the beginning of a cycle that goes on to cause all kinds of conditions, including problems with immunity. This is how I empower people to find their most ideal wellness. So especially during this time of crisis, I really want to help you do this. So let me tell you a little bit about what I and my staff have been doing in response to this pandemic and crisis situation. At our office, we always take heavy precaution about how we present our environment for our patients. We always sanitize everything each day, but we are really going above and beyond at this point to make sure that we have a safe environment for anyone to come in to get checked out. We want to make sure that you know that that's of utmost importance to us at this moment, so that when you step in our office, that you know you're in a safe environment. So what I want to do is offer my time free of charge to you in this time of crisis. Come in and figure out why you may not be in your ideal state, why some of these things may be happening, and things that you can do to help strengthen your immune system and prevent these things from happening in your own body. Please reach out to me. Call my office at 615-567-6683. We are constantly checking messages, and I promise we will get back to you. Email me, DM me at Sporting Good Posture on Instagram. Contact me on Facebook at Ideal Health and Wellness Center. Tell me what's going on, and I'll tell you what I think. In these times of crisis, it's important to act swiftly and make sure that you are doing everything you can to protect yourself and boost your immune system so that you can stay healthy. Remember, even in times of crisis and pandemic, the coach's door is always open. This is Coach Margella. I'm sporting stronger immunity. How about you?
The Sporting Good Posture podcast is a broadcast wellness production, powered by Ideal Health and Wellness Center. All content copyright 2019, all rights reserved. Executive producer, Frank Sardella. Dr. Margella appears courtesy of Ideal Health and Wellness Center in Cool Springs. For more information, visit sportinggoodposture.com or follow Coach on Instagram at sportinggoodposture.
Dude, I was just thinking I'm going to sneak in an audio clip of George McFly going, I'm writing this down. This is good stuff. I think I'm going to do that, dude.
Seriously, dump that in there. That would be awesome.